Well, good morning. Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Lee Wallach. Today, I want to discuss this idea about opinions. And don't everyone have them? Doesn't everyone have opinions? Yes, they do. Everyone has opinions. Their opinions are unique to them. But here's the key thing. Those opinions create the illusions that they live in their lives. Because they are illusions because you're making it up. It's not that it's real in that it's hard-coded that way. It's not hard-coded that way. It's soft-coded. The opinion forms a perception. The perception forms a belief. The belief creates an experience. And that's what's happening to us every day. 24/7, that belief is going on. Our job is to understand that we have that power and that we can change our opinions, change our beliefs, and have a completely different experience. It's real interesting with everything going on in the world, how people's lives have become so disengaged, isolated, a lot of fear, a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety because of opinions they have about the world today. The question I want to ask you is this. In your world right now, do you have a roof over your head? Do you have food? Are you aware? Do you know you are alive? Pretty interesting, but that's where we start. We start with the first thing, and that's what we did in meditation today. We start with the fact that we understand that we are aware. Because we're aware, we know we're alive. We know we're actually more alive than just being in the human body, but we're alive in the infinite mind, the infinite soul, because that's who we are. And when we know we're alive, then we understand that life is a playground to connect, a playground to create, to expand our level of awareness of the infinite nature of everything. You see, people are always going around, well, what's the purpose of life, Lee? What's the purpose of life? To live. That's the purpose of life, to experience all that life has to offer in any way we choose. Now, here's the beauty of it. We can do it consciously or we can do it unconsciously. And unfortunately, most people are creating their lives unconsciously. Why? They're allowing opinions to dictate their experience. Opinions that they really don't see are not truth. They're just opinions. And then you got to ask, okay, why is that person's opinions in that direction? Why are that person's opinions in a different direction? Because everyone in the planet sees life differently. Let me rephrase that. Everyone on the planet sees life uniquely as only they can. Everyone on the planet is creating a movie that is their life. And they are the primary character in that movie. And everyone else is a secondary character that they make up and how they interact with them. I was saying that I was talking with my wife a little bit earlier and asking her, in a moment when we were conversing, I said, what are you experiencing? What are you feeling right now? Because I don't know. And you say, well, Lee, why don't you know? I said, because I don't know what's going on in Jean's mind. I can ask. And she said in that moment, she says, I feel connection with you. I said, okay. You see, we make assumptions that we know what other people are feeling. We make assumptions about we know other people, their motives. We think we understand where they're coming from. We have no idea. Most of the time, guess what, gang? We don't have any idea what we feel. We have become so disengaged with feelings that we have forgotten we're individuals. We are no longer, we become victims of our opinions. And opinions are more rampant today than ever. Why? Social media. Think about it. Think about everything that's happening out there. You have opinions on COVID. You have opinions on vaccination. You have opinions on inflation. You have opinions on being liberal or conservative. You have opinions on health. You have opinions on wealth. You have opinions on religion. You have opinions on sexuality. You have opinions on this country versus that country. And more and more and more opinions cause us to lose the truth that we are awareness. And it is the awareness that we are and how we use our awareness that creates our life experience. We have forgotten that we are always at choice about where we put our attention. Ernest Holmes, who wrote The Science of the Mind, said this about problems, or conditions as he called them. If a condition is not something you want, turn away from the condition to that which you do. Simply speaking, it means turn away from disease and put attention on health. Turn away from not having enough to putting your attention on abundance. Turn away from being isolated and focus on connection. We have the ability to change where we put our attention in any moment, and we forget it. My job that I've chosen for myself is to be a reminder of that. By doing podcasts like this, by doing morning meditations every morning with people all over the world, putting my Sunday talks together, having a Sunday celebration service, having weekly gatherings, teaching classes, doing workshops. If you're in the Dallas area, I've got I think the best workshop I've ever done. It's only for couples. It's for 5 couples only. It'll be on June 25th. It'll be about 7 hours in my home. And in it, I will guide people, couples, as they understand who they are as individuals, connect how they understand each other as individuals and how it supports and grows them, go through the whole idea of what relationships are, not only what they are, but how to work with them, formulate agreements that can cause the relationship to move smoothly and smoothly and smoothly. And I was charging $500 for it. But if someone really wants it and they register before the 19th of June, I'm going to give them a special break, $300 for 7 hours. That's for 2 people and lunch made by me. So if you're in Dallas and you want to be a part of this first time I've ever done this, it'll be an incredible, absolutely incredible experience. For those of you not in Dallas, no, I will be offering it via Zoom. I want to get an in-person in before I take this out into the world. I want to sort of feel the people's energy there, get the whatever tweaks might be necessary out of it. You see, what I understand about life is I have an opinion right now that this workshop is friggin' great. That's my opinion. Now, when I do the workshop, I'm open to seeing that my opinion can change, that there are things I might have to adapt. And I say that to you because it's true about any aspect of your life. Any aspect of your life. Chris is out there and Chris says, what one action or question to ask yourself would you say to be most beneficial when entering into a new romantic relationship? Whoa. That's like a really big question. The first thing I would ask, Chris, what's your definition of a relationship? If you're going into a romantic relationship because you want to have your needs fulfilled, then it's going to fail. If you're going into a relationship for the purpose of mutually supporting, growing each other, sharing, and having fun, that's, in my mind, a good reason to be in relationship. First off, then I would say is you have to accept the person as they are, both, not wanting to change them, and realize there's infatuation for the first while. After that, and even before that, you got to discern, do you like them? Do you like them mentally, emotionally, and physically? So if you like them and you accept them, then I would probably throw in, are you physically attracted to them? Because if you're entering into a romantic relationship, why wouldn't you be physically attracted to your partner? And it's not all about the body. It's about, what is the energy that that person is putting out? Does that attract you? That's really important. Mara says, it's really hard to believe in ourselves enough to believe that we can move in the direction of what we want to do so deeply. That's because you were domesticated from the time you were born, Mara, to believe that you are not enough. You are enough. That's one of the things while we're here visiting my granddaughter, Claire, who's 4. She tells me all that, Baba, I'm 4. One of the things that I'm making sure that I do is I reinforce in her all the time that she's enough, that she's perfect, just like she is, that she is the creator of her experience. If she does this, then this is a natural consequence. I really want Claire to understand the law of cause and effect. If she can get that at a young age, she's going to be so far ahead of 99% of the people out there. Because most people are brought up to be victims. Yeah, we're brought up. No, don't do that. If you do that, mommy won't like you. If you do that, daddy won't like you. Remember all that? Boy, I got that a lot. And so I was conditioned to believe. And then I was conditioned to believe in relationships that I got to have a partner. And one of the things that I used to say, Chris, was back in the day, this is 1974, girl. Meatloaf came out with a song, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I want you, I need you, but I'm never going to love you. And I changed the lyrics immediately and says, I want you, I love you, but I'm never going to need you. You see, in some way, even back, going that far back, I knew I was enough. I didn't need my wife. I chose to be with her. You don't need anyone. Any of you out there listening, you don't need anyone. Here's what I would say. Find you. Connect with you. That's where all relationships should start. With that, make this your best day ever and know that you are loved. If by anyone else, I do. I accept you just like you are. Have a great one, everyone. Aloha.